Welcome back, everyone. When it comes to what parents believe their children need from their schools, some say it goes way beyond political partisanship. Turns out a number of Democrats are pushing for one particular policy championed by Republicans like President Trump, which could provide funds to pay for a private education. But many of those parents are getting a good deal of pushback from lawmakers. In tonight's Prime Focus, ABC's Steve Osunsami talks to educators and parents in urban areas who are fueling the fight for more choices.
10, 20, 30, 40.
I'm very conflicted sometimes with talking about this issue openly because now people put you in a certain lane. Yes? All right, let's go back to our classroom. For me, education is not Democrat, it's not Republican, it's not conservative. Education is a human issue. It is a human right.
Denise Dixon is a teacher in one of the blackest counties in America who considers herself politically to the left in most ways. And she says it's conservatives who are getting it right about education today. 7 years ago, she walked away from public schools, believing she could do better, starting this small private school of her own in the Atlanta suburbs. She has about the same number of students in 2 buildings that some of her old public schools would put into a single classroom.
My name is Cooper and he's Lynn.
And she agrees with the president and other Republicans who started giving families public school dollars to pay for private school tuition.
It's safe for me to say you voted for Kamala Harris.
Yes, that is correct. I did.
You did not vote for President Trump.
I did not.
But I'm guessing that you like his position on school choice.
I absolutely do. I absolutely do. I disagree with about 99% of the things that he does, right? But when it comes to education, for whatever reason, I feel like he's getting it right. These parents are paying tax dollars to their local school system, and then they're paying tuition to come here. Those tax dollars should absolutely follow that child.
Every person we spoke with in this report was comfortable sharing that they did not vote for the president and say they're putting children above their personal politics.
A broken clock is right twice a day, and I am adult and mature enough to realize that if someone's right, they're right.
I think every parent should have the right, especially if their district is failing.
The president, as he promised, is taking a sledgehammer to the U.S. Department of Education.
We're going to shut it down and shut it down as quickly as possible. It's doing us no good. We want to return our students to the states.
And in the last few weeks, he's allowed states to use some of the money they were getting from this building to follow the child and help pay for school choice programs like the one in Georgia, where the deadline for applying is April 15th. Parents who meet the requirements will get $6,500 to send their kids to any private school of their choosing in the fall.
So you will see your first students from this in August?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. I can see the smile on your face.
Yes, super excited. This particular school year, I had 7 students registered to come who days before school had to say, Ms. Dixon, I can't do it. They just could not swing it financially for their child to be here. You know, we do a lot of fundraising, trying to raise money to have, like, you know, our own scholarships and things like that. But at the end of the day, I have teachers to pay. I have an overhead to keep up.
You feel that you would have to turn away fewer students if you had universal?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They need this smaller environment. So now they're back in public school, right? Quote unquote, suffering because it does not work for them.
At least 29 states have some sort of school voucher or scholarship program, as some call it. And 15 of those states have what they call universal programs that don't mind if the parents are wealthy or already have their kids in private school. And it's no surprise the money is incredibly popular. In Arizona, so many parents got the scholarships, it ruined the state's budget by $1.4 billion. In Georgia, lawmakers worried about what happened in Arizona are for now only allowing money for public school parents under certain incomes who haven't yet moved their kids. That means that the parents already at Denise Dixon's school don't qualify.
Hello. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
So they're taking regular field trips to the state capitol with their students, a lesson in lobbying.
Most of the focus was on the other students in the class.
The students who were behind.
Yes.
The kids are showing Democratic lawmakers that private school children aren't always who you might think.
Thanks for coming down here doing the hard work of civic engagement.
I'm generally opposed to public school funds going to other schools.
Many of the Democratic leaders they talked with were against them, concerned that public schools will suffer if more state dollars go to private education.
We have to come to a point where we just do what is best, and on this issue and every issue, and stop the infighting.
One of the parents, Melanie Williams, left the State House frustrated.
I just want what is right. I am a registered Democrat. I've been a Democrat all my life. I'm one of the loyal constituents. But when we ask for something, because we are the loyal constituent, you should hear us. We just want to help children. That's all. That's it. That's the bottom line.
Over in Alabama, they have what she wants, a nearly universal program where starting in the fall, even parents who homeschool their children can get $2,000 from the state each year.
We also can connect the dots.
Most of my families are working middle-class families who have made this sacrifice in order for their children to be here.
Jennifer Duckworth, a school choice parent and tutor in Birmingham, says it's hard explaining to Black Americans in particular why she'd want to pull her kids out of public education.
Segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever.
After Black families fought so hard and for so long to get their kids into these schools.
My mother was a teacher of 35 years and was in the superintendent's office, and they're a little offended because of all of the work that was done to create an equal opportunity for education. It's almost like you're slapping them in their face. And it's not. And now I'm like, my children, my husband and I, we feel like this is the path for us. And there's a lot of families out there, they're too scared to say anything because it's not popular. But now it is more popular. I think that's the case now.
Over at Tread Academy in Georgia, Denise Dixon says she's never worked harder and still can't afford to give herself a paycheck.
You don't take a salary.
I know. Every time people hear it, they're like, what is happening?
She says she wants lawmakers, especially those on the left, to work as hard for her children as she does.
This is not your personal money, right? This is money that belongs to the children. Let that money follow the child. I wholeheartedly don't believe that a parent should break the bank to get a good education or what we would consider a good education for that child, because good education looks different for everybody.